I feel excited about staying in this general world.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I guess we could call it entertainment, but it's
Showbiz.
It's showbiz.
Yeah, it's showbiz, baby.
I don't think I can ever. Oh man, I am. Listen, things may change. Where I'm at may change, but unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm still trying to figure out. I'm in showbiz. Like, I can't get out.
Yeah, you're in it.
You're trapped.
And it's also,
I'm trapped in showbiz.
For a creative person, it's fun. Like, your canvas just changes.
Yes,
and that's okay.
That's exactly it.
Right? Like, your canvas, I feel like for me, watching you and as a fan of yours, like, I've watched your canvas change to, fashion and photography and, even the way that you portray Chamberlain coffee is very different than what it used to be.
Yeah.
Right? And I looked at one of your photo shoots you did, and there's like this shot of you with all the cups around you. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's cool. I'm really into photography. I would love a canvas to express my vision when it comes to photos.
Totally.
And I used to do that with my dad's clothing company and get involved in the photo shoots there. But I was like, oh, that's cool. I can't wait for us to drop another, capsule of merchandise because I'd like to do some photography stuff.
Totally.
And I think that is the thing of like the exciting part of getting to do all this is you get to shift these canvases. And I don't doubt that we'll see something, if you want to, see something directed by you, like a film at some point, or written by Emma Chamberlain. Like, I think that is just a shift in canvas. And
absolutely.
Would you ever act?
I have always said no. And been like, well, not said no, maybe. Did I say no? I don't know.
Like, wait, shit, I'm in a movie.
It sucks when you say everything publicly, because then if you recall wrong, you're like, well, she's a liar. I always have thought no. But weirdly, as I'm growing up, I'm realizing that it's something that could be creatively fulfilling for me, in the sense that I am obsessed with analyzing people. It's all I think about. It's all I do. Like, it is. I mean, I do a lot of it on my podcast. Like, I'm analyzing people and personalities. And I mean, I call my parents once a day and analyze someone. Like, I'm always analyzing someone. Like, well, they're really interesting. Are you scared now?
I know just, you like, which one of us is going to get to be analyzed? That's...
do you want to be analyzed?
Start as you both as a duo.
It could be us as a duo, yeah.
The dynamic duo, but then it's like, in a week or two...
It could be one of us. Yeah, who knows? Now it's all I'm thinking about is which one of us is going to be on the
It'll only be good things. It'll be like, how are they so stable? Where did that come from? But I'm open to the idea now, only because I actually really do think it would be like cathartic to not be myself.
Oh, interesting.
Like, I think it would be like really fun to be someone else.
Have you done acting, or because I'm in improv class right now?
Yes.
Improv 201, and I just did my first class of the session on Sunday night, and I kind of can't believe that I'm willing to go there.
I don't
in
blame
some
you,
of
yeah.
these. Like, I mean, I was so expressive as other characters. And I was recognizing that I struggle alone with a camera.
Yeah.
I really do. And I like, that's a lot of why this format came to be, because it was like, I can be myself when I'm looking at someone. I can be myself when I'm not so aware that there's a camera.
Yeah.
But when I'm looking down the lens of a camera, it's hard for me. And when I'm in this class, it lets me explore the bounds of what else I have from an expression point of view.
Yes.
And I'm just, have you tried it? Like,
I've done. It's so interesting. Like, I just did a, like, sort of a commercial for Warby Parker. I don't think it's out. It will be out.
That's cool.
Well, because I did a collection with them. I designed a glasses
did?
collection. I'm wearing them.
Oh, wow.
This is one pair.
Wait, they had frame called the Chamberlain.
I know, and that's a total
that was
coincidence.
just total coincidence?
Oh, wow.
Total coincidence.
Wow, that's dope. That's a cool partnership.
Did you
Yeah.
act in the commercial?
So basically, yeah, I like vaguely acted in this commercial. And
Wait, you're wearing the Warby.
these are from the collection.
I'm wearing contacts right now. I'm a glasses wearer. I have
You need the
multiple
Warby
Warbies.
collection. I'll send you all of them.
I need the Emma Chamberlain Warby collection.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Wait, that's
Great.
amazing.
They look great.
They're my favorite. I mean, I've been wearing Warby Parker
Colin
since
also
I
has
needed
a
glasses.
lot of glasses at home.
Yeah, because
He doesn't need them, but he
I
just has
want to
them.
be a
Yeah.
glasses person.
Honestly, can I be honest? These are not, I do need readers, but these are not even. These are
This
just for the
is
outfit.
all I
This
needed
is what he
because I've
wants.
just been having this dilemma of
Yeah.
like, can I really wear glasses? And I've been
Yes.
buying all of these reading glasses and blue light glasses.
Say it, just be like, it's for blue light. I'm protecting my
okay.
circadian rhythm.
You just
You know
gave
what's
me
funny
permission.
though? I'd like
Yeah.
to speak
Thank
to
you.
all of my, contact and glasses wearer, people with bad eyes, because I've had glasses since I was 3 years old. I have always dreamed of what it's like to wake up in the morning and just see.
Look, the grass is always greener.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but I'm
I've
Yeah.
always dreamed,
Like, I
what
think
would
it's
it be
going to,
like
like, to have
if
an
I could
excuse.
wake up and have an excuse to wear
And you just
glasses?
couldn't see anything?
Yeah.
It's insane that we just what a crazy thing
I
that
know.
as human beings, there's some of us that just can't see
I know.
without and then who came up with, this is a total tangent, but who came up with this stuff?
How did they
what's in my
find-
eyes right now? And
Yeah.
how did they come up with
Contacts
this?
are crazy.
They're crazy.
They are crazy.
Crazy.
It's like really, honestly, talk about life-changing tech.
Totally.
That's
Yeah.
really some of our best work.
I don't
is
think we
is
marvel
contacts.
enough about contacts.
'Cause what if someone didn't
AI
come
things
up with
come out
that?
left and right, but like
Contacts
what
still
about
win.
contacts?
Yeah.
Like contacts.
What if someone just didn't, whatever they decided that innovation wasn't necessary?
Oh my God.
What would I do? I think about that sometimes. Like,
you
what is
would
it?
wear Chamberlain?
No,
glasses.
but what if there
Yeah,
was no
obviously.
glasses? No one figured out that if you just do this thing to glass that we can now see. What if no one figured that out?
It's frightening.
Yeah. Well, thank God for the Warby
thankfully
Parker
we don't live in
Chamberlain
that
collab
world.
because now, yeah.
And now everything's making sense.
Now
No,
I can see clearly.
yeah. And you can too. Out on November something, don't remember, forgot.
This whole thing is just an ad.
It's just
for,
an ad.
yeah.
So this is how I do my brand deals now. Whole interviews to lead
Through
to
other
the,
people's
to
YouTube
lead to
channels,
the,
yeah.
So now, okay, so anyway, BarbieParker.com. Where were we?
We were talking
We were
about
talking about
brand
acting.
deal. Oh, acting.
You were
That's it.
acting
Yeah,
in
you're
the
So I
vaguely acting.
acted in this commercial. It was so fun. Even though it was literally a 60-second commercial, it was fun. And I liked being a little bit of a character. And I mean, listen, I would never want to get hired for a job because I already have a career elsewhere and there's she has Instagram followers, maybe I would refuse
Right.
to take a job
Just because of that.
I don't want to be
Yeah,
an
yeah.
actor to a point where I would do it just to do it. I would want to make sure that I'm genuinely right for
Yeah.
this role and there's no other variable.
You don't want to feel like the integration in the movie.
Yes, no. I would want to genuinely act and blend in and nobody would notice. That's the only way I would ever do it. And we'll see. It might never happen. It might happen. I mean, I do have a craving to be more behind the scenes in
Yeah.
But
I think you need, because I have that craving too, but I think you need, or what I want is the empathy for all the different roles. And I think it's because,
Agreed.
again, the mind of a YouTube creator is you're making the programming decision, you're coming up with the idea, you're editing, you're in it, you're the talent. So when we talk to each other, we can understand every step of it, even the thumbnail creation and every step of it,
Yeah.
we understand the pain points. And if I was involved in a movie, I don't think I could comfortably be involved unless I understood the honest pain points of every piece of it.
Yeah.
And that's I don't know how you do that, but maybe it's just from sitting with the people, but
Yeah.
acting or being on camera is one of the things that I think I would have to get intimately involved in.
yeah, it's true. It's the best. I mean, I think a lot of really great directors they were actors.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
they can have
it's
empathy.
the only way you can. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Did you do theater at all in high school?
No.
I didn't either. You didn't either, right?
No, but that is a whole. I did theater up until I changed schools.
Okay.
And then when I was at this school, I was just I need a new thing. And I
Yeah.
was very into theater. My brother and I both had agents when we were kids. We were in a.
So LA.
It was
That's
super
so
LA.
LA.
I'm
I mean, like that's so LA.
Yeah, we had
so LA.
Well, okay, we didn't both have agents. My brother had an agent,
You're
and
like
I piggybacked.
born with an
totally.
agent
And I
out here?
piggybacked.
Totally.
Yeah. We have our headshots as kids in my parents' house, which I can put on screen right now.
Please.
We were in like a Hanes commercial, which was like a big thing. My brother was like auditioning for this Disney thing, and then we had a falling out with his agent, and it was super LA.
Well, it was full show.
Was it like
was
all
showbiz,
over the
baby.
trades? Like were they
No,
talking
but
about?
we were all over the trades for another thing. This is another tangent, but my brother and I were in a Bollywood/karate dance duo, and we would perform all through LA. And we got ripped apart by a news publication at one point,
No.
saying that like we were overhyped. Yeah, it was a whole.
Overhyped?
Yeah.
And that's why you do what you do.
And that's why I do what
today.
I do. Now.
That's why
Yeah,
you're here.
because now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You show that trade.
Yes.
Yeah,
at me
but
now.
like
That
I've
was like the-
never heard of that type of performance. So you were definitely
We were
not
in it. It was
overhyped.
one of its
You were
kind.
indie. You were one of one.
We were one of one.
Way ahead of its time.
We were one of one.
They just didn't understand you.
So, yes, I was like, if I could go back, I would have gone all in on theater. But like my understanding of, again, it comes back to what we talked about in the beginning. Your relationship to how the opposite sex or whoever you desire desires you, like that relationship informs everything.
I felt like I
Everything.
had to play sports.
Yeah, me
like
too.
I looked at the kids who were in theater. I was so envious,
Yeah.
and it looked cool, but I couldn't do it.
I
Even
know.
though I was like 5'5" and 100 pounds, I was like, no, like I am an athlete.
Yeah.
And you will see me as an athlete.
I gotta lift weights. I gotta kind of
We're
be
benching.
macho.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
theater is awesome and I love theater, but I
Can't
just
do
have to
it.
leave it behind now.
Yeah.
I remember when I did improv last year for the first time, and I also couldn't believe I was like, these characters, what's coming out of me is absurd, and it's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
fun and it's so freeing.
Yes.
And I couldn't believe that I had never done it in high school.
I know. Well, honestly, the thing about there was so long when I rejected the idea of me being an actor. And the reason for that was I'm a YouTuber first, and there's a lot of stigma
Big time.
around
Oh,
the
yeah.
transition. And I understand that because I think a lot of this, I'm having an epiphany. This is great. I think a lot of YouTubers try to transition into traditional forms of entertainment because they don't feel like they've made it yet. That's what it is. It's like,
Yeah.
I haven't made it yet. My career is not set in stone. I need to go and, I need to go and make music. I need to go and, I need to go do those things or else I haven't made it yet. I don't have that. Like, I don't have that. I don't care about that. If I were to ever go and act, it would be to fulfill a creative desire. Like, oh, it would be so fun to fully embody this character. And I feel like it's something I can do well. And it's to add to a film that I believe in. That's it. Like, and I think that that's the only way that you can do it where it makes you feel. I think that that's the only way that it can work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but like it's all just whatever.
Well, 'cause
like it's all
maybe-
whatever.
It's all
It's all
whatever,
just
because-
whatever, and we just live in this like ambiguous world of what is making it mean. What is it? What does any of it mean?
Well,
what are
that's
the
the problem.
What are the bounds of what you can and
If you
can't
do it and you like it enough to keep doing it, the narrative around it, it's like whatever.
True. I mean, I think
Oh, but you would get judged hard.
Oh, yeah, no matter what.
oh,
if you did it,
so
100%.
hard.
oh my god.
But there's
it
a
would
point
be-
where you do it
yeah.
long enough if you
Yeah.
like it enough, where people are like, okay, yeah, she's an actor, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
The only way I'd ever do it is that I would have to be genuinely really good at it. See, but it's hard to like just test it out. Like, I mean, yeah, you can take classes and stuff, but like being on set and like how you're edited,
Totally,
it's
yeah.
all out of your
Yeah.
control. But I've come to terms with the fact that I need to do what will creatively fulfill me. And I cannot care about what anyone's saying around me about it. And what I've noticed is when I do that and I honor that, it usually ends up going better than I would expect.
Right.
It's when you make a choice based on the status that it'll bring you, the money that it'll bring you. Weirdly, the audience feels that. They can feel that. Like if I were to go and be in a movie because that wasn't even a good fit and I maybe even like gaslit the director and the casting director to be like, well, but I have Instagram followers, so you should put me in. And then they put me in and it's like not a good fit and everything's forced and everything's like, it's clearly me trying to force something else to happen. The audience feels that and will shit on it. Is that to say that they won't shit on something that's genuine and like a real passion?
Yeah.
Of course they will, but do you agree with that? Like I feel like when a lot of times they can feel it.
I think you also are searching for like that was shit, right? I'm just saying like when you do something
Always.
that's not aligned
Always,
with
always.
you, you're kind of like, okay, show it to me. Show it to me. You open YouTube Studio or like Instagram and you're like,
like,
where
tell
is
me I'm
it?
as
Where is
bad
it?
as I thought
And
I
you
was.
just fly
Yep.
right past the like, this was awesome. And you're like, there it is.
Yep.
There it is.
I knew it.
They knew it. She sold out.
Yep.
Yep. I
Yep.
did. I did sell out.
And I did.
And I did. Yeah. And you like, you're searching
Yeah.
for that validation of what you know. Cause like you said it, like it's very, it can, for anyone who's watching the show to be like, okay, so like, how do I do what Emma did?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, well, it was my intuition. That's the truth. You just
It
kind
is.
of, and you kind of like just let that guide you. And then at the same time, I think you have to develop a relationship with whatever the craft is, that you enjoy the process of doing the craft, not the outcome that comes from the craft. Right. And if you're in that like enjoyment of the practice or the craft, then some of those outcomes, those ups and downs you can deal with. And you're very
Totally.
aware of when the practice is like uncomfortable and you're like, that's not it.
You just made such a great point that resonated with me. You have to enjoy the practice of doing it.
Yeah.
And that got really hard for me with YouTube because everything about it was so isolating for me. My specific, the way that I did things was very isolating. I filmed everything mainly by myself. I would have loved to make more things with my friends, but it gets a little bit complicated to be including friends in videos when it becomes really public. Not everybody wants a public life like that. Not everybody wants to be in a video, right?
Or the inverse. Someone
But also
really
sometimes-
wants to be in
Yeah,
the video.
and that's also a bad sign.
And that's a bad sign.
All the
Yeah.
people that you want in your video, unfortunately, they're the ones that don't want to be in your video.
Right.
But that's why they're good to have in your video. So it's like, good luck.
Even if that person is neutral about
Yeah.
it, the audience will develop a relationship
Totally.
with that person and want them in the video.
And then you stop being friends with them, and then it's like, okay, well, what now? They get harassed for months. Like, why aren't you in Emma's videos anymore? And it's like, that's not fair to them. So I've, started to protect people more and not include them in things as much. Editing the videos too. Like, I mean, I had a phase where I had an editor, but for the majority of my career thus far, I've been editing my videos. And I went back to it again for that, like, more emo phase where I started editing my own again. Anyway, but, like, I don't enjoy working alone anymore. I like working with people. I do think my podcast works because it's much more inside. Like, my, like, comfy Emma time is writing my outlines now for my podcast.